What's the deal, everybody? This is your brother Abu Nas, El Presidente Numero Uno, and here we are. Oh, do I got a barn burner for you. Now, I just got finished coming off of a fantastic live stream with my group, the Dark Council, and we finally came upon this Esquire article conducted and interviewing the director of The Force Awakens and the upcoming Rise of Skywalker, J.J. Abrams. Finally, for the first time, acknowledging and mentioning, a large group and a large community of deeply dedicated Star Wars fans from every ethnicity, from every gender, that did not like the way things were handled by Disney fake Lucasfilm. But Abu Nas, why are you calling it fake Lucasfilm? Because Disney fake Lucasfilm is fake in everything, including the name. It's not run by the maker, the creator of the series and the saga of George Lucas. It's run by Disney. And what Disney has done in the what is it? They bought it in 2012. The thing came out in 2016, 26 at the end of 2016. So 17, 18, 19. So for the 3-4 years, they've been cranking out these movies between The Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, and now this. And it's been one failure, one after another, on every level. Between the writing, between character developments, behind the utter and complete disrespect of the legacy heroes that myself, in my age bracket that's been here since 1977, grew up with, and knew that the progression of these characters should have been done and handled in a more respectful manner. But I digress. Let's get to the article with J.J. Abrams finally coming out with it. Coming out with it. Now, in the Esquire, the interviewer said, over the last couple of years since The Last Jedi came out, I've been writing a lot about the response from that movie. Yeah, I know you was wondering. And some of the toxic fandom around Star Wars in this new era. I love how they just place us on the toxic, the toxic banner, but they don't even know the half. And there are some fans who take issue with the filmmaking, other fans who take issue with some of the more progressive themes. I'm curious, how do you watch the response to Star Wars movies change in this modern era compared to maybe the prequel series, or how fans originally responded to them? This is J.J. Abrams' response. Oh, well, I think the bigger question is, how has everything changed? The reaction to Star Wars, the increased attacks, the increased negativity. Now here we come to the crux, where he actually mentions the community by name. The Fandom Menace, as they call it. That is not unique to Star Wars, obviously. And I think we live in a time where if you're not being divisive, if you're not creating something that's aversive, clickbait, sometimes you don't quite feel like you're playing the game. I always loved Star Wars because it got a huge heart. Did I always believe in and agree with every single thing that happened in every movie, whether it was the prequels or the original trilogy? No. But I do love Star Wars? Yes. But do I love Star Wars? Yes. So for me, I hope, and I am surely naivety, I can't even pronounce it correctly, but we can return to a time where we give things a bit more latitude. We don't have to agree with every single thing to love something. I don't know anyone who has a spouse or a partner or a family member or any friend who loves and agrees with every single thing that the person is and does. We have to return, I think, to the nuances and acceptance. And so I feel like, as a Star Wars fan, do I love every single thing about each and every movie? No. But do I love Star Wars? Hell yes, I do. Okay, that was his quote. All right, let me break down this little fraud of a bitch-ass sucker for love made chump. Now look, I've been doing YouTube videos for close to 2 years. I have jumped on this shit after The Last Jedi just took a goddamn great big dump on all of our legacy heroes. Like it just systematically destroyed them like it wasn't nothing. And this beta cuck Rian Johnson had the freaking nerve to call it character development. Our hero, you seen Luke Skywalker, he went through a journey. He didn't know nothing, A New Hope. He was getting the training and the learning from Jedi Master Yoda, Empire Strikes Back. He had to go through a big trial to face the Sith Lord that is his father, who was basically the top villain and a man that's done heinous crimes throughout the galaxy, and yet he went on a personal mission because he sensed the good in him to try to redeem him. And Yoda told him, "You are not a Jedi yet. You must confront Vader, and then and only then a Jedi will you be." And he came through with flying colors. Saved the galaxy, saved his friends, helped redeem his father, and then he transformed into the netherworld of the Force. His character development should have progressed like that. Got him to the point where, he was a Jedi Grandmaster who, as Yoda says, pass on what you have learned. So in my head, that's like, find other Force-sensitive beings and pass on the knowledge. Literally, bring the Jedi back from the brink. He said that to his sister Leia. You have that power too. You will learn to use it as I have. Simple. See, I'm from the 77 crowd. So I've been here when the lines were long and everybody was camping out for months and days. I was here when the merchandise flying off the shelves, comic books being sold out, toys, having to have vouchers to go get them. Each time the Star Wars movie came out, the love of the saga grew and grew. I'm from that era. See, where the interviewer made the big mistake talking about fans who take issue with some of the more progressive themes. Now, JJ, of course, reacted, the increased negativity about, the filmmaking and the progressive things. All of that is from the Fandom Menace. Couldn't be further from the truth. I've been a part of this community since the beginning. Before the word Fandom Menace became a hashtag. It's not the alt-right or the Trump loving, and it's definitely not the hate group that people like to try to make it out to be. Yeah, we pissed. I'm speaking for myself. They got us as, alt-right, Nazi-loving. That's what they call the Fandom Menace, a hate group, Nazi-loving, alt-right group. Listen to me. I'm a Democrat. My leanings are liberal. So I'm a liberal Democrat. I'm not European. I'm not white. I'm black. My sensibilities is not what everybody is claiming, and I absolutely hate with a passion how the Disney brand took something that was great and ran it into the ground. But I know where that came from. But before we get into that, and I'm trying not to take up too much of your time because I could go on forever, but I'm just going to try to break it down as quickly as possible. Now, he said it's not unique to Star Wars. If you're not being divisive, you're not creating something that's a very quick bake. So he's basically saying you're doing videos and you're being mad just to get clicks. Wow. So how do you think we're supposed to, address what we don't like about your product? What, do you expect us to not say anything? We paid money. And that's always the key with Disney. Because they was disingenuous with the Star Wars brand from the first. Bob Iger already spilt the tea, confessed at the altar of Lucas. He told George Lucas, because, like I said, they brought the sequel, the story treatments for a sequel trilogy, and that was the caveat to go and buy the company. Follow me here. This is going to blow your mind. Now, they had to buy that first in order to get their hands on Lucasfilm. Now, after they signed the dotted line, They took the sequel trilogy sorry treatments by George Lucas, took it and just looked at it and just said, you know what, we're gonna go in our own direction. They tapped JJ to do this, but by the time they got the script and they brought it over to George, this is all in Bob Iger's book, so I'm not making this up. If you want to know, Bob Iger's book is all on sale. Get it, because he felt the need that he needed to unburden himself, because we was going to find out the truth sooner or later. Yeah. George Lucas said, yo, what are you doing, man? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? This is not my script. This is not what I gave you to use. This is like, there's no advancement in technology. The story is genetic. The characters is bland. What are y'all doing? You know what Bob Iger said? Yeah, I agree, George. Yeah, but you don't know the pressure that I'm under to get the product out that people will like stuff, i.e. the shareholders, their money. Because when JJ asked him, can he get a couple of more months to work on the script, to get this thing together right, Bob said, nah, fuck all that. Get this thing out in the theaters. Shareholders need their money. Because we got mistresses, we got whores, we got prostitutes, we got boats, yachts, we got all that good shit. We need money. And that's what they gave you. They gave you a rehash of episode 4, put it in a pretty package, and just sold it. And the only reason we fell for that shit, because we thought we was going, because we got Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher in the theaters for the first time in 30 years. Don't you know that alone? They was the 3 selling points. It wasn't the practical effects that they was toting around, acting like, the prequels didn't have any practical effects. I mean, they were so phony with this shit. And J.J. Abrams included. But we gave it a pass. We gave it a pass because we figured the next one will answer our questions on how Mary Sue Ray is so, came out of fucking, the desert Sahara, and now she's a lightsaber specialist going toe-to-toe with Kylo Ren, Meanwhile, everybody just going through the motions. Beat for beat, that's episode 4, But the hero's journey was reversed. Instead of Luke being knowing nothing and trying to, find his place in the world, Mary Sue Ray was just great at everything. Flying the Falcon, all of that. Like I said, for keen fans, we peeped this shit. We gave it a pass. Excuse me, we wanted to see where it was going to go. Okay. Here come The Last Jedi. What we get? We get a trailer, we getting hype. We thinking we gonna get some deep character developments. We ain't get none of that. None of it. Systematically just made it seem like, and the progressive themes that they talking about. J.J. Abrams said in one interview that, we're a bunch of misogynists and we hate women characters and we don't. I said, I already deaded him way back when, but I'm going to reiterate it. Ain't nothing wrong with strong women characters. We love them. Why? Because we had Princess Leia, we had Mom Mothma, and in the prequels, we had Ahsoka Tano, Illuminara Unduli, who else? Asai Ventress, Padme Amidala. Like, these were strong women. These were characters that took charge. Princess Leia especially. What? You didn't think that we was not going to love them? So why would you think that because your girl Mary Sue Ray is not an interesting character, because it's not because she's a woman. She's just not an interesting character. You don't put characters in there that just go through the motions, don't inspire nothing, and it's just about great at everything. She don't even have to try hard for shit. And we pointed that out, and that thing just went right through your head. Which is good, man. It's all good. But I digress. But JJ went on the Rian Johnson coattails to say that with this and that, and it just fueled the community even more. Even more so that when we have the ladies of our community that is under the banner of the Fandom Menace, the ladies who are definitely into feminism, still came out and said that this is a horrible character. doesn't represent women in no way, shape, or form. But you don't talk about them. You don't, worry about the women that actually tells you exactly where you went wrong. So it's not clickbait, not adverse. We're telling you exactly what our feelings are. You're just not clued in, or you just don't want to admit what everybody now at this point is in the know. You understand? So you said, I've always loved Star Wars and it got a huge heart. I feel the same way, JJ. I can agree with you on that. Did I always believe in and agree with every single thing? No, I didn't believe in everything, and I don't believe every single thing myself, but for the most part, I rolled with it. Why? Because the maker George Lucas was in charge, and I trusted his vision, and I trusted the story that his story that he has a right to tell in any way that he sees fit. But living the JJ, do I love Star Wars? Yes. So for me, I hope we can return to a time where we give things a little bit more latitude. Fuck all that. Your new progressive, audience that was Kathleen Kennedy's agenda. That was the whole point of giving us forced diverse characters, Latino, because you really check the check marks. Latino, Poe, Black man Finn, Asian Rose, Tico, and white girl Mary Sue Ray. You check, those are all the check marks, and not near one of them got character developments. Not a one. John Boyega's finally coming to see the light. Yeah, because you ain't do nothing with his character. You marketed him as somebody that was going to be somewhat in the veins of Mace Windu or something like that. Nah. He was a cowardly fucking janitor from the stormtroopers that defected. And he's been running ever since. Tell me I'm lying. Yeah, you ain't gonna say that, JJ. You ain't gonna say that. I mean, for these 18-year-olds and these 22-year-olds and all caught up in that Raylo bullshit, that Daisy Ridley herself had to put the kibosh on in Star Wars Celebration, and you stupid asses still don't even get it. It's all good. It's all good, man. But, as he said, hopefully we can come to... No, we're never going to come to that. Because your new progressive fans that loves the new characters, they all on Twitter talking about you old. They basically try to run Mark Hamill's name into the dirt. All he did, I remember when he tweeted the picture of him, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, Billy D. Williams, all the old legacy characters to get together for one scene. Give us one scene to act together. Was that so difficult? Was that so fucking hard? Was that so impossible? He posted it up there. Because the artist that put the picture together is a part of the Fandom Menace community, and all he said was that this would have been nice. The entire Twitterverse exploded, calling Mark, how dare you roll with these alt-right, misogynist, Nazi look. Went full ham. Disrespected Mark on some bullshit. Told him he was old. You're jealous. Why can't you, be happy that you was in it for the little time you was in. These are your new progressive fans that you wanted to market the movie for. But yet your fucking ass can't help but keep going back to the well with Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Billy D. Williams. That you gotta market the people that you don't even fucking want to get people to come and see the films starring your new progressive heroes that don't have no character development out the motherfucking first. Yeah, I'm cursing. Yeah, I'm saying it like that. That's not hate. That's not being negative. That's me spitting my feelings. And I feel like I was betrayed. I paid IMAX 3D money for almost every Star Wars movie I ever seen. That started with the prequels. Obviously, with the originals, we didn't have all that. But we paid money to go see the theater over and over again. I wish we could go. Just as you said, JJ, in your interview, I wish we could go back to a time where, where it was a bit more latitude. When we give things a bit more latitude. You know? We have to return, I think, to a nuance and acceptance. And we ain't accepting this shit. The community of the Fandom Menace is not accepting bullshit. Bullshit from in front and behind the cameras. Oh, you know, JJ. You know, can I run that laundry list down to you? I mean, I know some of the Phantom, you know, the Fandom Menace haters probably watch this video. It's like, that mother, oh, I can't stand him. Yeah, I know, bitch. I know. But I'm sorry for your troubles. You know, because you're not going to disrespect my heroes. The Luke Skywalker, Mark Hamill, he was my idol. He is my first hero that I looked up to. And I don't give a shit about his skin color. He's white. I'm black. I'm telling you like it is. He was my hero. And the way you just disrespected him made him look like a coward, a bum. Squeezing on alien titties like, oh yeah, girl, oh, sucking on that titty milk, sucking on that soy. Like it was nothing. Our beloved Carrie Fisher, have her come out in space and fly through the depths of space. You don't even give it context or nothing about how she was gonna be actually trained as a Jedi. No, you say nothing. You just slapped a general tag on a titty and kept it moving. That's on you, JJ. But you good at this. You good at setting up mystery boxes and all that other dumb shit. Like I said, you from Lost. And everything that you do, you good. You's a great setup, man, but you're not a good finisher. And we seeing that shit play out in the Rise of Skywalker right now. Twitter was hot. You showed that clip proudly on Good Morning America, and look what the fuck happened. Everybody from high to low was screaming on it. Yeah, because you can't even get the story straight with your own Marvel, Disney, fake Lucasfilm canon. Poe acting like he don't know they flying? They flying now? They flying now? They flying now? Yeah, they flying now. But Poe should already know this because in the comics they showed him running around with these guys with that. And he's seeing them. Finn, he ain't got no excuse. He was a stormtrooper. How the fuck are you gonna be a stormtrooper for like half your life and not know that there was First Order stormtroopers that had the jetpacks? Or was it selective amnesia? But you know what? It don't even matter. It don't even matter at this point. Rise of Skywalker is a goddamn train wreck waiting to happen. And not for one, and all in for it. Well, don't take my word for it, JJ. You are really playing the clickbait game right here. You know, you're gonna call out the community, my community, the Fandom Menace, and there's no leadership here. We're a bunch of great, passionate, you know, hardcore Star Wars fans that love this franchise to the very core of our being. And what do? Did a cash grab, let Rian Johnson with no talent and no creativity whatsoever to do the characters justice right because he's too busy running around Kathleen Kennedy pushing the progressive agendas that nobody fucking want. And there's nothing wrong with, you know, keeping things relevant, but don't hand-fist this thing down our throats, man. Not at the sake of character development and trying to get into characters for the sake of the characters. Y'all using this whole thing with the freed, the this, and the establishment of the rich and the poor, and you know, women marginal. Y'all guys went out of control with this. And like I said, you wanted your demographics to grab hold of it. But it was at the cost and at the expense of the fans that was here from the beginning that knows exactly what Star Wars is, and progressive things didn't need to be hand-fisted in it at the cost of telling a good story. Well, I'm sorry, J.J. Abrams and Rian Johnson. Your stories was not good. And it shows. You want to know why? Because The Mandalorian is getting all that love now. You want to know why they're getting all that love? Because they actually had the maker, the creator, George Lucas, on the set, listening to his advice, changing things that he suggested. Now look at it. Baby Yoda merch is going to clean house on Christmas. While the Rise of Skywalker merch is going to still fucking sit on the shelf. Just like the Last Jedi merch. Nobody don't care for it. Nobody don't want it. your progressive new kids that's, high on the Raylo and all this other dumb shit. Yeah, you think they buying the merch? They ain't buying it like that. They ain't doing it like we did it. And that is where you fail. Just like Master Yoda said, that is why you fail. So you feel like, as you said, as a Star Wars fan, do I love everything about each and of the movies? No. But do I love Star Wars? Hell yes, I do. So yeah, I agree with you, JJ. I am a proud member of this community called the Fandom Menace. This is not a hate group. This is not an alt-right group. There's not a bunch of overweight, middle-aged white guys screaming into the void. Like Ryan Johnson said, with dweebs or man babies. No, this is a very diverse community. Black, white, Asian, Indian, male, female, transgender, the whole bit. Y'all just not doing your homework. And I don't fit your narrative. So you're not going to come up to me and say, I'm this and I'm that. No, I'm going to tell you exactly what's on my mind. I have a right to do it. Why? Because I paid money to enjoy the franchise that gave me so much in my imagination, so much inspiration, and all of that came from George Lucas. It ain't come from you, JJ. It damn sure didn't come from Ryan Johnson, Kathleen Kennedy, and that whack-ass story group that each and every female member that Kennedy hired had no prior knowledge of anything Star Wars related. Why you think there's no Carrie Hart anymore? That was the chick that was supposed to run the story group. That chick is gone faster than anything. Now everybody else is running scared. Everybody that supports the Disney brand fucked up in some way, shape, or form. So you tell me, and your the fans, the young people that's embracing this nonsense, is even more toxic than a little bit. But you don't talk about that. But that's okay. We're like Obi-Wan Kenobi at this point. We got the high ground. You're gonna watch this train wreck in glorious HD. I tell people don't go up there and see it because there's really nothing for you to see. Mark Hamill was joking, but he probably wasn't joking. He said, "Yo, go catch that shit on cable." Watch it. Because you disrespected Mark even more. You're not marketing him. You're not telling people, because JJ made it a big fucking deal that he was supposed to be in the movie. Him and Carrie Fisher. Our beloved princess, God rest her beautiful soul, she's not even in the movie. They cutting and pasting. So I don't know how you're going to get away with that. You got to dub somebody's voice with her. So, like I said, it's a Frankenstein experiment. I know all the rumors behind everything you had to go through. You just got finished filming the movie. It's less than a month before you have to release it. So, you know what? Go right ahead, JJ. Create another false narrative for people foolish enough to try to fall for. Listen to your brother Abu Nas. I'm not bullshitting. I ain't even playing, man. We don't like the direction that you guys took this thing. We don't like how you carelessly discarded George Lucas's story treatments, told him that he's a consultant, and he told y'all I could be here to consult. Y'all said fuck a consultant, signed on the dotted line, fuck a Lucas, fuck his story treatment, and fuck him out of here. And look where we at now. Thank goodness for the Mandalorian. They doing it right. Oh, I'm sorry. They doing it right because George Lucas is there with them. See the difference? But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it no more. All I know is that at the end of the day, I'm gonna be pro Lucas to the day I die. On every level. So with that being said, yeah. I'm gonna give you a little something to take you out. Check it. On your mark, get ready, let's go. The stars of the show will now let you know sequel trilogy is dead. Heard what I said? Never mind that bullshit that you was fed. Now you know J.J. Abrams gas your head up, saying that in this movie we got some new stuff. You're gonna love how we bring the story to the end with more space battles and Calrissian. Your old favorites is back, just as we said, even though your boy Jake is still fucking dead. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Lou. I misplaced his name. What you did to his character was a damn shame. No wonder Mark Hamill is salty as fuck. Everything y'all touch, Star Wars got fucked up. Yeah, take it all in stride. You know know how we ride. 45 by my side, no man, I gonna die. The trailer was trash. It was a rehash of Return of the Jedi, trying to get the cash. From your stupid ass, you throw them dough, cause you wanna see the porgs and Latino Poe. Hey, I could go on and on. I could really go on and on. I mean, come on. Anthony Daniels told you the truth. Wasted his time with nothing to do. Gave him a few lines and said, yo, you through. Get the hell out the house, cause we don't need you. You're old and washed up. We don't give a fuck. We want new characters and all the new stuff. I guess the joke is really on us when the franchise got fucked up by the higher ups and the corporation that's called Disney. With Bob Iger and Kathleen Kennedy. Between these two clowns, they caught us all sleeping. Brought out Lucasfilm for $4 billion even. So indecent when they started doing teasing that George Lucas was the man they believe in. The nerve of these heathen bullshit that they preaching got us all fucked up, and now we're steady bleeding. They made it clear they got total control, taking characters to places you don't know. Made him a consultant, but only for show. In private, they told him to go hit the road. George said, yeah, alright, I'm gonna leave, but best believe you'll have nothing without me. Bob said, you wanna bet? All hands on deck. Got Kathleen J.J. Abrams ready to wreck. Force Awakens made $2 billion and I'm set for life, baby, and you know what's coming next. The Last Jedi, yeah, you goddamn right. So hold tight, Rian Johnson is the light. I can't wait. Look at these clowns and wanna hate. Let's go get this money and right out the gate. And they did, but the word still got out. Now we're coming back to throw them out our house. We're all on Twitter, screaming on your ass. We're all on YouTube, making you look bad. These haters can't stand it, that's why they mad. Give a fuck about their feelings, that's my hashtag. This shit is in the bag, I'm gonna burn it all down. I'm so glad that you all hung around. Wanna see how it goes? Yeah, hold your breath, cause it's gonna get ugly, and that's how we rep. The Fandom Menace is back without a doubt. You shills better know they roll and shut their mouth. That's all I got. So I'ma stop. You know, but do your research, man. Get the knowledge and wisdom and understanding, J.J. Abrams, before you self-destruct, but you're gonna do that anyway. Like I said, this is your brother Abu Nas. I'm out of here. I said my piece because I'm already tight behind this. You know, for everybody that's listening and looking at this video, yo, don't judge a book by its cover. The Fandom Menace is not what you think it is, and I'm living proof of that. That's how passionate I am about this franchise, and I'm gonna live and breathe this thing till I'm cold in the dirt. Forever. Pro Lucas. Forever. 1 through 6 is my complete saga. And the EU, pre-Disney, is canon. So, hope you all have a wonderful evening. God bless. And I always say this in all my videos. Be good to yourself and to others. Peace.